Hello everyone, welcome to the ESL Classics, a show where we get inside the player's mind. And today's player is Shane Rapha Hendrickson, the American Quake player, the Intel Extreme Masters Season 4 champion, world champion, I should have to add. Hello Shane.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking the time to come here and analyze one of the classic Intel Extreme Masters matches. If you guys don't know what the show is about, it's quite new. We're going to be sitting down with one of the pros and discussing what was going on through his head during one of the great matches in ESL competitions. In this case, it would be the Cooler game, the final.
Mm-hmm.
The one that gave you the trophy, the one that you, the Holy Grail. Cooler, you practiced together a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You knew the style. What kind of player is he? What's his game about?
It's not extremely difficult to describe what he likes to do, but I think the best analogy would be like if I were to pick something that he's like, would be a constrictor of some sort, like a boa or a python. Because when you play the map, there are times where you literally feel like you're being choked, because it's all his focus is I want to run the items, I want to control the map, I don't even worry about you. I just do damage when I can, and I just make sure that you're suffocating the entire game as much as possible. And it really does feel like that sometimes, and I think that's really the best way to describe it, and the best map to showcase that, in my opinion, would be ZTN. It's his ZTN ability.
Okay, well, you didn't get to play ZTN.
No,
you didn't get that far. You played T7. You won 2-1. Then T9, his flagship map, kind of. You won the 5-6 in a narrow game, rather narrow.
Very close.
And then that DM13, which was in 2 overtimes, that one went to Cooler. So it was 2-1 before the last game. It was 2-1 in your favor. The game coming up was DM6, and that's the game we're going to be focusing on. What was your plan for DM6? What kind of map is it? How is it supposed to be played? And how would you play it against Cooler?
Well, I mean, the map is very hard to play out of control. I say probably the toughest out of them all, because there's only 3 major items. On pretty much every other map, there's 4. So it can be on that map pretty easy to control 3 at a time. And on the other maps, they can control 3, but the 1 is left up. So you have a chance to get him back in control quicker. And this map's a lot about cutting off, because you can move around the map so quickly. You get to positions where you can catch your opponent going, to a lesser item when you have control, with some nice LG or some good rockets and whatnot. And rail is very important on this map. So I knew that, he's not very much of a rail player, but the rails that he does hit are very crucial, because he just takes rails that he knows if he misses, it's no problem. And he doesn't gamble with them. So I just knew going into the match that he was going to try to control the map, like I said, every other one. Just try to constrict me and make sure I didn't do anything. And that's exactly what happened, and I had to dig myself out of an enormous hole.
Let's take a look at it. Fire away the demo. Intel Extreme Masters World Championship Final, Rapha versus Cooler, map number 4, the map that would bring Rapha the World Championship title in the Intel Extreme Masters.
Fight.
Here, the spawn normally is okay. You can get to the Mega fast enough, and depending on where you hear them, you can run away. So obviously he went to rockets. He's going to try to go to red area and get the rail or some. So I was like, fine, I'll get LG. I've got 2 good weapons, and I got the yellow armor. But then here is the problem. He came up the bridge, fired 2 rockets at the perfect spot. 1, 2.
Hello.
So if he hasn't rocket jumped, he's at like 120 health, 100 armor. I'm at 63. I just grabbed everything on this side of the map. I'm pretty much screwed at the moment, because he's probably got railgun, or he's going to get it right now. And what I have to do in this situation is make sure that I'm not seen. And just do my best to keep timing of the items that he has control of, so that hopefully I can find when they're synced up, and then I can take control of it.
On DM6, this is quite a start, especially how important control on this map is.
Especially considering the circumstances too. Like, players, tend to get nervous in, the final games and whatnot. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous, especially, after losing control so drastically.
Yeah.
I knew at the time it was gonna take like at least 2.5, 3 minutes before I could dent anything in him, based on everything that he had. And I knew that he was sitting pretty, and he was going to be pretty confident in his abilities. So what I'm trying to do here is get a rocket, but he continues to deny the weapon that I need to play defensive, which is really smart by him. And what he's going to try to do is exactly what he did right there, is rail me at the yellow armor, chip away at damage, make sure that I can't get back in the game and take the red or the mega without dying. So here I'm in a peculiar situation. I'm stuck back here by the shards. He's at mega. Red is going to come up, but he's got so much health and armor he can bully me off, which is exactly what he did there. And if I stayed with the fight, I'd have died. So all I'm trying to do here is just juke my way around him, have him go get red or whatnot, and then go back and hopefully get this yellow untouched.
Yeah. And he shows up at the when you try to stack these yellows, he shows up at the right time pretty much every time, dealing damage and keeping you low.
Yeah. Most players, once they get the red armor, will rocket jump, like specifically right here, will rocket jump and go to the yellow, to the yellow so they can rail me. But what he did, because what he likes to do is be comfortable in between mega and red timing and such on certain maps. So what he did is he tried to delay it. And that's exactly why I went to this position. A, it's above shards, so if I need to, I can drop down and pick them up. And B, I saw him take the red armor without taking any damage. So I know it's going to come up at 58 because he grabbed it between 32 and 33. And I know the mega time. So my objective now is to, again, not take any damage, and hopefully what I can do is get the rocket launcher and delay him at the mega, and then I can go get the red. That's what I'm going to try to do anyway. See, right now he just picked up the mega at 25, so I figure he'll go to the red. But he doesn't, and he rails me instead, which is a really good read by him. So now it just knocked down my control again. If that hadn't happened, I probably within the next 30 seconds would have been able to make a move and start shifting the control in my favor. But again, he's done a great job of delaying the red just enough so that he has plenty of time to get between mega and the red. And right here I'm in a really tough situation with, barely any health. And I'm very fortunate to get away from that fight right there. Right there, I still know when mega time is, so I'm going to continue to keep timing it, even though I'm out of control. And the fact that I've got a railgun now, about 30 seconds ago, has allowed me to be able to fight from a long distance. Being able to take some fights to an extent and chip away. And right there I heard the red timing. He delayed it, he attacked me, and then went back for it. So now I know that red is at 05, and that mega is at 00. So hopefully I can delay him long enough that I can go steal it.
And this is why you're keeping high ground?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep high ground so that I maintain position to A, do damage on the mega or the red. And if he's up there, I can most likely, from where I'm at, I can just run anyway. Right there, I didn't get either one, but I didn't take any damage because I knew where to be just in case he had good positioning. And I did damage. But here's very important. When you have control like he does, where he's about 200, on this map, you can start to put yourself in odd situations to catch players off at the weaker items on the map. And that's exactly what he did. I did a lot of damage, but it's still not enough that I can just rush him, at this red armor with just off the spawn and hopefully take it over. But I'm going to try to at least find out when it is here, which I do, so it's at 55. And here I decided to take this fight because I knew he would go for it. And I could do a lot of damage with him coming through the doorway. I just managed to do some nice dodging in the fight, do as much damage as possible, and I've got the mega time and the red time again. And I've got him pretty weak, so now he's on the weaker side of the map, and I will try to maintain position here on the strong side by the red armor. And I'll try to pick it up and start, shifting my control.
And there you go, first red armor of the game.
I'm just fortunate that after 4 minutes, I've held it to 2-0 with all the control that he had. If it was like 5 or 6-0, it'd be really, really tough to get out of that situation. Right there, this kill results, and I heard one step down at the bottom, and I anticipated his position, and I hit a perfect rocket and caught him on his way up. I don't think he thought I had the railgun at the time, so he was trying to hit me just once when I got it, but I got the kill. And there, I decided to take the rail instead of going to the red, because I knew that if I went to the red, he would probably get a free railgun. I wanted to make sure that he didn't get one for free and was able to play, extra defensive and be able to run like I was doing. So right here, after RJing and me doing a little damage and him going to get yellow, he's at about 130 damage and 30 armor. So we're pretty much even. So right now it's just down to if somebody's willing to commit, and neither of us are. So I say, okay, take the Mega, I'll take the red, and now my job is to go get the armor. And I look at this as a win-win, because I took 150 points worth of armor. I didn't take practically any damage, and he only got 100 with the Mega. So I did all right there. He came up those stairs at the perfect time to establish position and say, if you want to fight, you're going to die. So I said, okay, I'll just run away. You can have this red. I'm just not going to take any damage from you. And I just, unfortunately, didn't hit any rails. But still, I'm in a good position. I got 98 health and 140 armor. And here's very important, because I knew, like, based off his exit there, he grabbed the Mega at about 25. So I know that at 600, that the next Mega is going to come up. So I know when this red is going to come up, my job is to do damage, and try to get him to grab it as close to 0-0 as possible. Which is exactly what I did. He just managed to hit a great rail. If he didn't hit that rail, I'd be in perfect position to do anything. And right here, I have no idea how he got to that position so quickly. I figured, you know, anybody else that I play never gets to that point fast enough that they can rail again from how that happened. You know, he hit an amazing shot and crippled me. So now I've got to find some way to delay him at this Mega, because I know if he gets this and the red, I got another 2 to 3 minutes to wait and I'm down 1. So I had to do something here. And right there, I delayed him by 2 seconds, which gives me enough time to get up the stairs, grab the armor during the fight, and leave. Right here, I knew he was going to come out, so I rocketed. And I was just fortunate that he landed over there. And I managed to pick up the kill with the shotgun. So now it's tied. And I am pretty weak, but I know this yellow's going to come up because I'm coming over here. I'm going to force him to spawn somewhere else on the map. And here, I don't know how that rail missed. If it hit, I would have gotten this next kill probably within the next 20 seconds. No problem whatsoever. But here I know, okay, he knows when it's coming up, so he's probably going to come with LG, because he's got shards as well. So he's at about 120 and 25. But I've got the stack still. So I hit a good first rocket, now it's time to do a battle. And I pull it off, and now I have control. Even if I don't get this Mega, which is about to come up, it's okay. I've got health, and I'm about to pick up the other armor.
And he does steal the Mega.
Yep, he stole it. So I know when it comes up at 13. But now I've got both armors. He's at 200 health, but I still have more. So as long as I maintain position, I don't take damage, I can keep running because I have the lead now. And the reason why I waited above Mega is because he had good position with LG. I would have taken too much damage. So what I was trying to do is wait and see if he went up the jump pad to rockets. I could have railed him and done free damage. But he didn't do it, so now he's in good position to get this red, and I somehow miss all 3 railguns. So right now he's at about 200, 100. But still, I'm at 100, 200, so it's just flipped. We've got equal control now. It's just, I need to make sure I don't make mistakes. But I know when Mega is coming up, so I maintain position up here at the rockets, because I knew he would go get it to get the full stack that he needed, since he needed to come back by 1.
And now you have the chance to do damage at red.
Yep, absolutely. And he hits an insane rocket there. So still, he's kind of keeping himself in the game with these amazing shots. You know, even though I've been maintaining position. And right there, that grenade probably forced him to decide, okay, I'm not going to come up and attack through here because he has railgun. So what he does right here is, since the timing is the way it is, to control the way I have it, he knows I'm going to want those shards or something. So he's going to come right down here below, and he's going to try to hope that I jump off. Which is exactly what happened. And I just made sure that I wasn't, you know, jumping before I looked. So he's got good control right now. I know his positioning. I know what he's going to try to do. Get the Mega. So I rush to the red. I got enough time. I do some damage. I grab it. I run away. And perfect. I get back to the other yellow. And I grab it before he can get there. Here's a key mistake by him, though. He mistimes this yellow armor. And what he was going to try to do is hope I was down here and going to go up, and he catches me. So he rocket jumps. I've already grabbed it. But he doesn't know that. So I do some good damage here. He misses a rocket, and I manage to get away taking nothing at all. So and I listen, and I know he's not jumping, so he stayed there. So I get free reign to go to this red armor, and now I've got position here to fight and to take it and make sure that I have decent control so that I can maintain position and run, you know, try to run this clock out. And if I find a big enough mistake, I will take advantage of it and attack him to get the extra frag lead. But it has to be something where I know, like, 100% I'm going to get the kill. Again, a second time within the last 3 minutes, I went to the rockets while he was getting Mega, because I knew if he wanted this red, he would come up, I would do damage there, or I would do damage here, which is exactly what I did. It was a 100% battle for me, you know, just raining down rockets, and I got the kill. And here, I know he needs the Mega. He needs it so bad with 1 minute left that he's going to be stuck around the area, and I've got such a stack that I'm willing to attack right here. And I didn't kill him, but it doesn't matter, because there's like another 7 to 8 seconds before red is. I come to get the lightning gun. I know he's going to be here because he has to get this red for any chance to come back in this game. I get the kill that pretty much secures the win, as long as I don't, you know, do anything stupid.
Were you having thoughts already about how you will celebrate?
No, because I knew, like I said, if anything stupid happens, like, just needed to make sure that I did my best to make sure that didn't happen. I've seen crazy things happen in Quake, so, you know, I was just trying to make sure that I secured it.
Yep, like your DM6 game versus Sparty at QuakeCon.
Yeah, I don't ever want to talk about that game again. but yeah, I just wanted to make sure I didn't, you know, repeat history.
Yep, and that's 20 seconds until...
Yeah, right now, for him to attack me, he's gonna take 200 damage at least. So I already knew that it would waste off enough time. I've got the game won right now, no problem. He can't make up the kills. So now I'm just attacking because it's the end of the game.
He will get the frag, but it will end 5-3, and Rapha is the champion of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 4 here for Quake Live. What a fantastic game we saw there.
But that's the game that brought you the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship. Thanks for explaining. That was quite educational. And, well, guys, if you enjoyed it, make sure to like these videos on Facebook. Make sure that your friends see them. And hopefully we will come back more with these ESL Classics.
Just one last thing I'd like to say is thanks for having me on the show. And a game like this wouldn't be as good as it was if it wasn't for the opponent that was across from me. So these games don't mean anything unless the other opponent is as good as you or better.
Yep, and no doubt in Intel Extreme Masters Season 5 we will have a lot more games to talk about like that.
I hope so.
A lot more interesting situations to analyze. Thank you very much for your feedback, for your insight, for your knowledge. And, well, what else is there to say? We're signing off. Carmack and Rapha, thank you very much.